All right, so what we're going to do here is I want you to give me some information about where you're starting from, what you think might be some of your limitations, some of the things you're trying to accomplish, what motivates you, etc. Um, and then that will help me get a sense of who you are and what you're trying to accomplish and where you're coming from, while you're going through your 7-day program to try to learn some skills for unleashing your inner entrepreneur. So you just go here and enter your email, or you may already be logged in. And then what's going to happen is I'm just going to walk you through some of these questions. So first off, what's your current situation? Are you in school? Are you out of school? Are you elementary school, middle school, high school? Just tell me a little bit about where you're coming from here. At any time during this process, if you don't like one of my choices, or if you need to add some additional information, just click here on Other and you can add additional information. So I'm interested in what experiences you have running a business. So what experiences do you have running any businesses? Is this just your first time even thinking about it? Have you always been interested? Have you run a few businesses? Do you have a real business kind of that you're operating right now and generating revenue? I'm very interested right now in what excites you most about doing your own business. I've put a few choices here, but again, feel free to add your own. What really excites you about being an entrepreneur running your own business? You know yourself well. You can probably figure out, if you think about running your own business, you can probably start to think, oh geez, I'm too young to do that, or I'm already too old, or I don't know anything about computers, or I don't know anything about this or that, or I don't have any money. Maybe you have some limitations about money and about running a business. What are some of the limiting beliefs that might be challenging you right now that you're going to have to overcome? Feel free to do the other option here if you need to. As we're thinking about your business, where is it that you feel like you need the most help? Do you need help coming up with an idea? Do you need ideas for how to partner with other people? Do you just need some understanding about how a business works so that you can get a clearer idea about how you're going to take your idea and put it into operation? Do you need help managing your time? Are you scared of talking to people or hate the idea of sales? Put, again, either select something or add your own. All right, so this is not a comprehensive list of skills or interests, but I am interested. What are some of the skills or interests that you have that you might use in your business? Again, we'll talk about how you can not use them at all, but how you might use them in your business. If one of your skills or interests isn't here, feel free to add it. So this again is not a comprehensive list of businesses, but I feel like I could probably get a reasonable sense of who you are and what you're interested in by this list, or a list like this. So just select if any of these businesses interest you. And again, if you want to add another one here, feel free. So this is other people's skills, other people's interests. Do you have a friend who's really great with computers, or a friend who's amazing artist, or somebody who's just a fantastic public speaker or comedian or magician or anything like that, where you could start to be thinking, I might run a business and have them be the talent in this business. So, in my opinion, your network of adults is going to be incredibly valuable for you. And I'm interested in what sort of business or sales experience you might already have. Are your parents small business owners? Are your parents sales professionals? Are your parents entrepreneurial? Do you have friends who own businesses or are really entrepreneurial? Do you have coaches or neighbors who might be really own their own businesses, or really engaged in business that you might be able to connect with and get some resources, support, promotion, etc. The other thing is what are some of the places where you might have connections in your community? Let's say we develop your business and we want to launch it and we want to announce it. Where could you announce it? Could you announce it at school, at a sports league, at a church? I mean, we can obviously do things online, but are there places where you could go and get feedback or launch the business and get sort of a friendly community? So this is a couple sort of final questions. One is, I want you to think, I want this to be an important day in your life. I want it to be where you discovered this program and you got some support in areas for running your own business and it mattered. And so I want you to think forward and think, what would be a time, what would be a accomplishment that you would have where you would look back on this and say, man, I am so happy that I ran into this program and I got started with my own business. Would it be when you retire? That might be too far ahead for most of you guys, not necessarily in time, but just in terms of you haven't started working yet. Is it that you got into the college of your choice and you look back as this being really important, or you got a scholarship, or you were able to pay for college, or you got recognized as some sort of incredible young entrepreneur, or you got a media opportunity on TV or video or something like that? Which one of those milestones in your life would be a great place for you to look back and say, man, I'm so glad I got started? The other thing is, again, you know yourself. So, I'm going to give you a lot to think about, and you're going to get started with some things, and you're going to run into some of your limiting beliefs, and you're going to run into some time management issues, and you're going to run into some other people who have opinions. So what actions on this list or not on this list would really help guarantee you that you complete the 7 days and you put the ideas into action? Is it making a commitment to somebody? Is it partnering, having somebody do it with you? Is it giving yourself a prize when you complete it, or giving yourself a penalty if you don't complete it? What are some of the support actions that you could take to make sure that you complete the 7-day program? And then here, I'm just going to give you an opportunity to make the commitment right now. Declare, I'm going to complete this. I'm going to start my business in the next 7 days. I'm even going to give you what's called a $100 challenge, which is a challenge to help, to challenge you to make $100 in the next 7 days. Most people in this country, if I asked them to make $100 doing a business in the next 7 days, they couldn't do it. And you're going to be able to do it here by day 3. All right. So that's just something I want you to think about. And if you're willing to make the commitment, I think that'd be great. There might be some additional questions here, but at the very least, I've learned a little something about you, and we'll get started.